Good evening. We're on, and it's Bill Taylor right here in the new digital center. How do you like the digs? I love this. This is our secondary setup for the weather center. You know, we of course are anchored in the studio. Anchored. You see, I didn't even try that. But no, that's really where our HQ is, if you will. And we've got a remote setup in here in the newsroom. That's behind you. Okay, I'm looking at the newsroom right now, all the cubicles. This is our digital center where a lot of interviews are done, a lot of Facebook Lives that you've seen before with this monitor wall behind me. But now we've reconfigured and given us the capability in the weather department to log right into my weather computer. I've got my Facebook open, so I'm seeing that Yvonne's here. Olivia, how are you? Felicia, good to see you. Stacy, and there's Beatrice and Michael. My night's going great because it's like a Christmas morning thing for us with this. This is a great setup that meteorologist Andrew Wilson really spearheaded since he got here just a couple months ago. Hit the ground running and got this all working, and the system is fantastic. So this is fun. Sharon, how are you? And we're live on Facebook. Of course Facebook, on YouTube as well. So that's the brand new vehicle that we're out upon tonight. Harmony, good to see you, isn't it? Thank you. It's really cool, and I'm not going to lose this element of it, even though I have my tripod and everything going in the studio. I'm going to still make sure that I see everybody that's here. Yolanda, that's why I have to have the coffee. Hi, Ellen. Hello, Gladys. You got to get a shot of, a little caffeine, the community that we talked about. Hello, Margie. So any questions, keep them coming. We've got radar up on a foggy night, so it hasn't been much in the measurable rain department, but you can see that the light rain's been consistent. So it's mainly from here east. You're not picking up the mist, but there's still mist falling out there. Yeah, LSU Tigers. Joanne, give us a score. What's the score update, Ashley? Score? Oh, it's halftime right now? I lived in Lake Charles. My nephew went to LSU, so I've got a little heart on LSU tonight. What do we got at half? Score-wise? What's up, Brent? Send that dog and rain back, please.
28-17 LSU.
28-17 Tigers of LSU. Got to be specific. Rid of the fight, right, Harmony? What a set. I'm going to show you why, and that I'm afraid we're not getting rid of it. Let's take a look at visibility. So this is going to show you live what it looks like outside. Quarter mile. Zero is, of course, in that darker red, and you're real close to San Antonio International. So any flights coming in tomorrow morning, definitely going to be delayed. Of course, tonight because by morning it's going to be even thicker. 1 mile at Lackland, 2.5 at Stinson. So that's the best in the area. And then a wider view, put a few more counties up, and it's still down at the coast where we've got visibility 1/4 to a half mile. Yeah, Joanne, a brief break from winter. Old Man Winter came early, remember? It was like September, October. Hey, Utah, what's going on? Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in on a Monday night. The rainy days and Mondays don't get us down in this kind of weather pattern. I was looking into the camera there. You caught me if you saw that. But honestly, this kind of weather pattern takes down the mountain cedar. That is a great thing. Helps the aquifer because we were on a little bit of a decline. This is going to now steady us off. People won't be watering and things like that. Been praying for a change of wet and Mary. Prayers are answered. Amen. All the money my son at time, LSU. Yeah, then you got to root for the LSU Bengal Tigers. This weather's just plain nasty. I know, Jeff, right? I wish it would just pour it all out at once instead of being this like nuisance rain. Cynthia's at Trinity. Good to see you. Thank you, Beatrice. Yeah, it's a pretty good score. So, but anything's going to happen. We still have 2 quarters. Well, 1 big quarter or 2 quarters? Yeah, 2 quarters. It's always college basketball that throws me off on that. Let me show you what happens with future visibility. So this is a computer model that forecasts what those visibility numbers we were just looking at should look like by tomorrow morning. And it's going to be a little bit worse. Visibility at 9 o'clock tonight, this model has us at 0. So we're not quite there, but close. 1/4 mile, you saw it, and then those pockets of red. So by morning, this is in the overnights that we see about 1/2 mile through 4 a.m. And then when we're getting rush hour start at 7:30, we stay there. 1/2 mile, 1/10 of a mile at Hondo, 1/4 of a mile up I-35. So just about every major artery, every direction. We'll definitely deal with more fog by morning. We can't lose this pattern just yet. We've got Pacific moisture. I'll show you just here. Let me, while I explain this, that's what's nice now, is that I can talk and explain at the same time with a nice visual next to me. Pacific moisture. Look at the feed on water vapor. So that's a warmer, moist air mass overriding in the troposphere and trapping this lower level moisture in. A little bit of a temperature inversion. So you don't get a thunderstorm atmosphere with this. You get this light, steady drizzle, because underneath this is where that surface wind comes in. Dew points are running high and will stay high. And as long as this warm, moist air is on top, almost like cork in a bottle of releasing this stuff, we continue to see this problem. I think through midday tomorrow, before we start clearing it out, let's go back to the visibility forecast and go forward past rush hour tomorrow, where I showed you half a mile, but look at that by noon. Nice improvement over the hill country first, then the city by 12:30 or 1 o'clock is up to 3-4 mile visibility, and then we're good. So yeah, it looks to clear a lot quicker than it did today, that's for sure. And today it really held the numbers down. I was going to try to find today's highs, and I can show you first what it should look like as well. Average 63, we hit 61 and started at 52. And so that's pretty average for this time of year. Not too bad. Around the area, I know we hit a couple 70s, but not many. There's, look at that. Seguin stayed at 59. Oh, there we go, 75 Eagle Pass, 73 Del Rio this afternoon. Oh, sorry about that. There's Laredo. Good evening. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Oh, I'm sorry, Cynthia. I was reading Sir from Renee. Thank you. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Really, Antonio? We've got Rio? That's incredible. Great to see you. Thanks for watching. Isn't Carnival coming up soon, right? La Queen? I thought an Arctic cold front coming in. No, maybe by a week from today. It looks like it's going to be a cold March this year. So a heads up for a week from today, MLK Monday, 10 a.m. March time, and it looks to be in the 40s. And we have a slight chance of rain. That's not something to bank on 7 days out, but it's definitely going to be chilly. We've got some Arctic air coming in by the weekend of next week, or I guess this next weekend. Hauling back red mulch slower than molasses. Olga, we got some good rain Friday night. That was the big prediction, and we got what we thought was coming, and then some. We had about 2 inches in some spots, up to 3 in some pockets of the hill country. That was a good soaker. Karaoke Saturday. Vanessa, I'm in. All right, that's a good question. All right, give us your go-to karaoke songs out there tonight. Okay? Let me know. I want to see what's your go-to. I'll start with mine. You ready? It's going to be The Doors. And it's going to be L.A. Woman. That's a fun song to sing. Or Philadelphia Freedom. That's another good one. From Elton John. Lots of fun. You go for the fun songs in a karaoke mood, right? That's the one I did Philadelphia Freedom at Nyosa on live TV a few years ago. Doors are great, right, David? Old school. I love the Doors. L.A. Woman. That's a great song. Sunday afternoon. All right, so the next 2 mornings, we should deal with this fog. Visibility will clear up a lot quicker tomorrow than it did today, but we're going to deal with this again Wednesday and possibly Thursday. Our front looks to be Friday as far as a significant one that we'll have a good 20-degree drop. 7-day forecast is up, and that's when we'll clean out and dry out this atmosphere. So this is no time to wash your cars because we're going to stay pretty soggy for the next 48 hours, and then rain chances for more measurable rain come in Thursday, Friday. Neon moon. That's a good one. Good fishing weather, right, Raymond? And we had the good hunting weather over the weekend with some good cold mornings, too. Patsy Cline. Sir Elton is pretty, right, Ann? Cedar, Bobby, in good shape. Let me show you what we've got. Where'd we go now? This is the lowest number we've seen in a while. We had it, the last time it was 3 digits was 2 weeks ago, but it hasn't been under 2,000 in a long time. And today was 1,570. So it's still heavy, but a dramatic improvement. You know, anytime it's not 5 figures, but that doesn't mean but as long as we keep this weather pattern, it'll stay. It should go down again tomorrow. Yes, Rick, all of the above. Please. That's a great idea. Packers, is it LeQuinn? Is that how I say that? That's going to be a great game. Packers-Niners? No severe weather, Devon. This is a setup for light to moderate rain showers, not even expecting a thunderstorm, never mind a severe thunderstorm. The cap is warm above us, so we've got a temperature inversion. Dolly Parton crazy. Oh, Beatrice, there she goes, see? Yeah, and right, for the drop in cedar, good news. And like I said, with a pattern consistent like this, we're definitely going to keep these cedar counts dropping. I would not be surprised if we're at moderate readings tomorrow. I really hope and pray we are. Because watch, dew points aren't going anywhere. Here's the forecast on what moisture is going to be available. Mid-60s, we're ripe. We're ripe. And that's at the surface. Remember when I show this water vapor, mid and upper levels, and that's all the Pacific moisture just streaming over top of us. And again, warm with that temperature inversion and trapping this lower atmosphere moisture and nowhere to go. Surface features, the front would help that you see up there West Texas. You can see cooler, drier air through the panhandle, but not this far south. That front is going to wash out where you see it, essentially. We won't have anything move through here until probably Thursday. And so in the meantime, we continue to see this little spring-like pattern. Showers tonight are thin. We've got a few popping just near Nixon, Texas, and then also closer to Houston. Let's get in here tighter and see what's going on in Wilson County tonight. A couple of sprinkles right over Highway 87, Nixon West. And you can see right over here, this is going to be where? Denhawken and Stockdale. A couple sprinkles there. But this is going to be the measurable stuff, okay? These are the little showers we can pick up, all right? What you're not seeing, and where all, okay, what we normally look at with visibility is going to be where that drizzle's falling, okay? So where you see the red, that's going to be down to zero visibility, and it's also going to be a little bit of that, little bit more mist into almost a rain there, okay? And again, that's 281 right up into Spring Branch. Then you can see west, it starts again around Castroville. So right over Highway 90, that pocket is probably drizzle. So that's what happens with these visibility maps, is that they sometimes will give that condensed or, you know, sharp area of red where you see that, and instead of it like being completely zeroed out, it's just meaning that there's drizzle in that area. So we won't see it on radar, but we definitely look at visibility as a tool to give us an idea of where that is, where that drizzle's falling. And again, the radar is, the computer guidance of the radar is pretty optimistic on good coverage through morning. You can see most of it falls east, but 2, 3 a.m. And those are some sprinkles and maybe even a shower or two near Hallettsville and Floresville by mid-morning. But see how dry the city is? Notice that once we get rid of the morning light drizzle, the fog, we stay mostly cloudy. Remember, what we're looking at here is not going to be fog. This is going to be cloud cover, and the cloud deck doesn't look to break. While we lift the fog, we stay mostly cloudy. But we stay pretty dry. I mean, most of the sprinkles will be early, and then it looks like tomorrow night, model wants to bring in, look at that, across the hill country at 2 a.m. Wednesday. Now we're into sunrise on Wednesday, and that's pretty good coverage again. But notice it's all from the south. It's all part of this just moist atmosphere. Never would you produce a thunderstorm in this environment. You just don't have the ingredients. You just have a lot of good Gulf moisture streaming, and that what's called isentropic lift will continue to get this going. And without us cooling off and that Pacific flow staying on top of us, it's hard to break out of this pattern. Hard to get rid of that fog. Vanessa's knee was killing it. See? That's why you need karaoke. Vanessa, you need to get some karaoke in your life, and then that knee straightens right up. You do some doors, some LA woman. All right, I got to go get ready, because obviously I'm not even in the uniform yet. So thanks for joining me. This is going to be the new norm. It's a great setup. Let me leave you with a 7-day for severe weather coverage like we had Friday night. Andrew Wilson was, well, and I joined him here occasionally, but I was also doing live cut-ins on Ken's 5 TV, and we were able to keep your favorite shows up on Ken's 5 and not interrupt those, because San Antonio was in no threat of anything severe that night. We never even had a warning for Bexar County, but we had the crawls going and we could stay live in here. So it was a great partnership with the technology that's in the room. The great Jackson Floyd, I give a toast to you, my friend, who set us up. Come say hi to everybody. This is the great, you've seen Jackson Floyd, his podcast. When's the latest Big Fun Pod?
We're going to get one up this week. Just talk about that crazy.
Subscribe to Big Fun Pod if you're a Spurs fan. Yeah, beating the Raptors in Toronto.
Yeah.
That was pretty epic.
That was wild. I mean, they were down 18, 19, made that huge comeback at the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter.
And did that guy that DeMar DeRozan posterized, did he retire today?
He has
I
not been seen since. They're missing posters in Toronto for him right now. So.
MIA. You got it. That is the most humiliating. I mean, because he said, I'm going up with it. And DeMar said, oh, come on.
The Spurs bench
Come for the
reaction,
ride.
too.
Yeah,
Great.
that was great. Who was it that went into?
Jakob Pertl just.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Thank you, Joy. Good to see you, Ann. Thanks. Good night, Adriana. Thank you, David. Thanks for joining us. Again, 7-day forecast. It's going to stay moist. It's going to stay warm, spring-like weather until the front on Friday. We'll see you on Eyewitness News at 10. Thanks, Jackson.